themes are studied for this week. And it is more or less what we could even say almost the last scene of the passion narrative, because the next thing we see here is almost the end. But as we see the lesson this week, I would like us to go back to the introduction. Of course, the title is rather crucified. The first paragraph on that Saturday said, Mark 15 is the heart of the passion narrative. It presents a trial of Jesus, his condemnation and mockery by the soldiers, his crucifixion, and then his death and burial. The events in this chapter are presented in Mark in stark, crisp detail, likely because the author let the facts speak for themselves. But in addition to the author allowing the facts to speak for themselves, we see very active personalities. And I think we can better appreciate the lesson also when we look at the various personalities that were involved in our lesson this week. The first part, 1 to 15 of Mark chapter 15, focuses on the question, are you the king of the Jews? Of course, when we go to chapter 14, which we covered last week, chapter 14, 16 and 61 and 20 and 62, chapter 14, 61 and 62, a similar question was posed to Christ, but in this case, required a different identity of him. 14, 61 and 62 says here, and I would like to read, but he kept silent and answered nothing again. And the high priest asked him, saying to him, are you the Christ, the King of the blessed? The Son of the blessed, rather. Are you the Christ, the Son of the blessed? And in verse 42 of 62 here, he says, I am, and you will see the Son of Man coming. Very assertive here. I see. A second part of that question is the question we see here in Mark chapter 15, verse 2, where he's asked, are you the king of what? Jews. Of the Jews. So two identities here. Of course, Christ says, I am. The first one, I am. But why would he, the second one, say, as you have said? The first one is I am, and he says, not only so you will see the evidence of that, but the second one says, the second question, just as what? Just as you have said. Why do you think he made this statement? Yes, I want us to discuss. From the study you have had this week, why this contrast? Why this contrast? Yes, I think we have some microphone. We are in the class, we are not preaching. The sermon will be done later. So we will have some discussion. Do we have, maybe you can stand wherever you are. Yes. Let's contribute. So why do you think he was hesitant to affirm his identity based on the second question? Whereas in the first one, he said, I am. I need responses here. Remember I said here that the third area, every advanced professor is what? The Sabbath school. So we are all professors sitting this morning. So let's contribute. Then I make one or two statements, then we move on. Yes, I see a hand down here. Yes, Dr. Chamba, yes. Maybe you may want to stand so that the audience can hear you well.
Well, first of all, I will give just a simple answer.
Okay.
The reason why he did it because he's God. He can do whatever he wants.
Okay, that's a simple answer. You said so. Then
and then the second one,
yes,
is that sometimes Christ will not want to bring a distraction to his ministry.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he will answer a direct question, and sometimes just to avoid the controversy.
Okay.
He will not want to bring attention to